as this room fill up, be sure to hit the like, share this content, let friends, neighbors know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys, Sports Talk, and beyond. That's including the doom and gloom boys, baby. Stand tall, or not at all. The black clouds. Come on with it. As they say, out of the nights that cover me, black as a pit from pole to pole, huh? That's where we at, baby. Let's get it. The name is Law Nation. And we need beans and bologna time for your mind. Come on. Yup. What more do you guys want from me?
What more do you want from me?
Let's get it. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Give me a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Good morning, good afternoon. It's impossible, Jake the Great, to go 5 and 11, by the way. So you got to rechange that. It's impossible.
Ready? Run from it. Destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here. Or should I say, I am.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on with it. All right. Mama said there'll be days just like this. If you still them boys, but we them boys, baby. Yeah. Come on. One thing we all adore, something worth dying for. There's nothing but pain. We stuck in this game, searching for fortune and fame. Appreciate everybody, man. Long season, 14 more games. I see in the chat, got 14 more games here. The Cowboys fall below 500. We 1-2. Doom and gloom era is amongst us. We got Cowboy players that's angry and upset. They're frustrated. They multi-millionaires too, by the way. But things is going on. There's not pleasantry for our Cowboys, and now it's the time to point the fingers and say, hey, this is the reason why we are here. This is the reason why we are there, and these sorts of things, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm going to tell you guys, let's not fold up like wallets. Plenty of football left, but we're going to talk about this. And, accountability is the major thing of it all, ladies and gentlemen. Accountabilities. And my guy Trayvon Diggs off of this, he widened out too wide, right? And on his plays at the bottom of it, this was the third down play. If he just creases down inside a little bit more, make this a contested throw. And we pretty much get the ball back. We rolling, and then we can say to all of those people to say, hey,
It's an evil world we live in.
But at the end of the day, even though this world is evil, we'd have been able to say this train is going to keep on rolling.
This train gonna keep on rolling.
But no, we wasn't able to say that due to the fact that off of this play, you can see that, the throw and the reception, it was crazy. The Cowboys tried to scrape and scramble and get back into it, and unfortunately, we were not able to get back into the things of winning this game. I think he could have picked it off for 6. Barrett 24, yeah, he could have. I think that also when we look at this team, let me pull this up right quick. I thought I had it already up, but I didn't. When we look at this team, let's stroll and see where my boys at. We them boys, baby. Because we still them boys if you look at the box. Let me see where we at. Yeah. If you look at the box right here, what really killed us more so than anything, the smallest things. Nelson Aguilar, 56 yards, man, off of one catch. Kolar, you know what I'm saying? 30 yards off of one catch. And you can put, Bateman in there, but them two plays right there, that really gashed and killed us. We can chalk this up, ladies and gentlemen, those two plays right there, just those two. You're not even going to go into details of with the guy named Derrick Henry, who Jerry Jones said we can't afford. You can't hear. Can y'all hear me on YouTube? Can y'all hear me on YouTube? Somebody said they can't hear me. Can't hear you on YouTube. This is from Larry Williams. Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Is that normally when you have gash plays like that and you have chunk plays like that, that's normally assignments. Let me say that again. There's normally miscommunications. Your assignment level is off. Your assignment level's off. So the Cowboys, okay, y'all can't hear me. Okay, y'all got all these ones down there. So to take away from this, and we get angry. It's always the end of the world when the Cowboys lose, by the way. It's always feeling like, hey, man, what is going on right here? And we're looking for the sacrificial lamb. Who is really the person that's causing all of this right here? And then you can say, well, Dak Prescott, he's standing tall and for the front office and everything. And it's his fault, basically, because that's how it's rolling, too, at this point. Dak take all of the blame because a lot of people said the $60 million is on him. And I get it, where y'all coming from. And I'm not sitting here saying that the dude is faultless without spots or blemishes here, because we could have had a faster start. But what other team in the National Football League that started off for the first 3 weeks without a sense of a run game? There's no belief in this run game. There's literally no belief in this run game. We're sitting here thinking like, where's the run game at, man? And how can we stop the run? What were the two things that I said that all I wanted? If you're going to pay Dak Prescott $60 million, even if you want to pay him $55 million, there are people complaining when he got 40. Is that dog? The best version of Dak Prescott is when he have the run game. But what other team is playing for these first 3 weeks, saying that they are contenders, and they saying, hey, man, we're going to just do it with the quarterback with no run game? I just need to know. And I get the hate. I get the slander. I get, there's a new name. They're calling them on the Instagram. They call them Dakaronis. The Dakaronis, Shout out to Dakaronis. Dak really gave up 200 yards rushing back-to-back, weeks. He don't keep the contain on anything. And granted, people go back and forth, and they would say, well, y'all bloggers, y'all don't know football, and Tupac is still alive, and Biggie was just here the other day, and I get all of that. This play right here, I'm going to scroll down where I can see it. And look, my guy right here says, Dak, this is my guy, Cowboys Fan Talk, Dak has to throw a dime into a keyhole for 30 yards all day, basically. And if you look at the chart and graph, these charts and graph don't lie. Yeah, ain't nobody open, but that's a whole nother conversation. So on this video right here, I'm not beating up my guy Michael Parsons. I'm not beating up even 13. But the ideology is to have damn outside contain, force and funnel the player back inside. And I got so many people, man. Look, I got so many people that will say, well, Law, Parsons played it right. I get all of that, even if he played it wrong or right. Damn it, there's 2 weeks in a row that they scored on the damn outside. Nobody is running upside the middle. Nobody's running inside. I digress. This is what I said. Setting the edge or plan contain refers to the defensive strategy aimed at preventing the ball carrier from bouncing to where? Can y'all put outside in the chat? Can y'all put outside in the chat? Can y'all put outside in the chat? This is what containment is. Can y'all put outside in the chat? If I'm trying to, look, it's simple. If I'm trying to get a player where all of my players are at, I'm going to have contain. I'm going to funnel you inside. You got your middle linebacker, you got 2 defensive tackles, you got more bodies inside, is what I'm trying to say. But so many people want to throw knives at me and say, well, Law, you don't know football and all of this stuff. Damn it, if you play the way I said it, you won't be scoring on the outside. 2 weeks in a row, we getting gashed on the outside, not the damn inside, is what I'm trying to say. But neither here nor there. The objective is to force the running back inside, allowing the defense to make a tackle for a minimum gain. This approach requires discipline and trust. And all I said, if Parsons widen out, number 13, he can come down and fill. With that means trust. The offense, misdirection, or distraction will succeed every single time. When they play read options or when they play all of the options, you can attack the mesh point. But damn it, you don't have to crash all the time is what I'm saying. But we got everybody who say, well, it shows that some of these football bloggers are getting exposed. Micah did his damn job. It don't matter. If he's widened, it won't be a touchdown, is what I'm trying to say to this dude, Frankie J. If he widened, it won't be a touchdown. But so many people know football, and we are seeing the same mistakes over and over and over and over and again. And on top of that, I'm not putting this L on Parsons at all. But where will he be more effective? Forcing and funneling somebody inside or taking the eye candy? Where will he be more effective is all I'm saying. Where is Shaq would be more effective? On the perimeter or down low? Can somebody tell me? Where would Shaquille O'Neal, if you're coaching Shaquille O'Neal, and even if he had perimeter outside responsibilities, is he effective there is what I'm trying to say. But so many people, they like say, well, his job and duty is to, no. Job and duty is to make sure. Literally, Law is saying the truth. Micah has to stay outside and squeeze down the inside and fundamentals. And this is not me taking any jabs at Parsons. Y'all know for sure I love Parsons. I love all of the Parsons. Mama Parsons, Daddy Parsons, the brother Parsons, sister Parsons, all of the Parsons. The son Parsons. We love all of that. I'm not making this about him. And what he said is what he said. You got to have the ultimate trust. Sometimes your star players, they get a chance to play outside of the matrix. Palamamu, however you say that man's name with the ponytail with the Steelers, he played outside of the matrix. Ed Reed played outside of the matrix. He didn't play inside the matrix, meaning that these guys are so phenomenal, so great, that they are allowed to freestyle. Let Better Luke says Micah is 235 pounds. He's strong, tough, just too small. yeah. Sometimes either you're big or you're small. But at this point, you got too much weight hanging in on this, and we got these guys that's playing to this particular point that now they're pointing fingers. Now they're mad at each other. Now it's a situation whereas you get these moments, you get these frustrations. the whole thing is with CD, and I love CD. And I'm going down the list. CD, Daddy Lamb, Mama Lamb, Mary had a lamb. We love all of the lambs, right? But the ideology is that you can't be on the same page when you're going up against 3 consecutive defensive-led teams, the Browns, the Saints, and the Ravens, and thinking that you're going to have a walk in the park when you haven't been throwing the ball to CeeDee Lamb all offseason because he's trying to get his money. He's trying to get his money, and that's okay. I get it. I want all of these players to get their money in their bags and their coins. So the Cowboys, yes, that causes them to do those type of things. But, Law, Dak gave up 200 yards rushing. Law is Chris 214.
All I ask.
Yeah, the thing is, sacrificial. Dak, you better do something right here, man. You better take these blows right here. They're laughing, they're scoffing at us, and the other teams don't get this type of heat and strap metal criticisms and all of this. It's just what it is. I would say this though. How about silence of the lamb? That's the next lab we need to go get. We need to get the silence of the hello, Clarice. You know what I'm saying?
That cannot be said unchecked. We must fact check things like that. You know how you easily could have afforded Derrick Henry? If you had paid CeeDee Lamb when you should have, if you had paid Dak Prescott when you should have. Most teams don't wait until an hour before the season starts to sign their quarterback to the biggest contract in the history of the National Football League. If they had decided to treat the offseason like it began before September 1st, they could easily have afforded Derrick Henry and a lot of other pieces.
Let me know if Greeny, that's Greeny from Get Up in the morning, I would shut down this entirety of this YouTube page and walk away. If somebody say Law didn't say that, let me know if y'all hearing the echoes of Law Nation voice coming out of the mouth of Greeny right now. Come on, let me know. Let me know. I want to know. I'm Joe over here. I want to know. Not what turns y'all on, but I want to know. Let me know. I said those same words weeks ago.
I like and admire Jerry Jones very much, but that cannot be said unchecked.
Say it again.
We must fact check things like that. You know how you easily could have afforded Derrick Henry? If you had paid CeeDee Lamb when you should have, if you had paid Dak Prescott when you should have. Most teams don't wait until an hour before the season starts to sign their quarterback to the biggest contract in the history of the National Football League. If they had decided to treat the offseason like it began before September 1st, they could easily have afforded Derrick Henry and a lot of other pieces. So what you saw on display yesterday was a team that during this offseason got worse and more expensive, which is bad management. It is bad ownership. It is bad leadership from a football standpoint, and that's what was on display from the Cowboys yesterday. So they could easily have handled the Derrick Henry contract if they had paid CeeDee Lamb before everyone else got their contract. If they had paid Dak Prescott before all the other quarterbacks got their contracts, and if they had handled any of their offseason business in the actual offseason. That has to be said. That has to be fact-checked in the moment. And that is one of the reasons why the Cowboys this year are definitely a lesser team than they were last year.
I feel like my guy, was it Drake? His brother done took my whole flow, bar for bar, Yeah, he could have just played my clip. We've been talking about this for many moons now, man. So I got a counseling therapy session with my psychiatrist this week, and we're gonna sit on the long couch. That couch gonna be longer than Jay Leno's chin. I'm gonna say, hey, I'm gonna have to put the hand down, right? And we're gonna talk about this, right? Because at the end of the day, we going over the same thing over and over again. And they say when you do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So you know what I'm saying? What do that equate? Come on, baby.
People just got on their jobs, bro. We don't need everyone to be Superman. We don't need no Supermans at all. We just need 11 guys playing together.
How do you not get people to play Superman, like you said, or try to make those super heroic plays?
Bro, I have no idea.
That's Michael Parsons. There was a leader, and I'm not attacking Parsons, the person. There was a leader. Jay Diz says, man, I said that in March, man. This year, before, and before, and after that, and before that, you know. Yeah. Leaders find ways to lead. That's the whole point. Leaders find ways to make you believe that you are Superman. Motivational people make it their business to find ways to have you motivated. And I'm not beating up Parsons because he can only know what he knows. So if somebody's not filling gaps, it's time for you to say, have your ass in this gap if I'm over here. There's to a point that you got to make it like, hey, I'm your buddy, I'm cool with you. But don't you F this up now, you know, because I got your back. But I need for you to stand tall and stand in this gap with me. They got to fix this stuff. Somebody on this defense got to start spitting at these folks because the damn coaches are too docile to do that. Somebody got to hold these guys accountable. Law, what are you saying? This right here is not accepted in the Law Nations community of football. 56 yards, a 30-yard, a 28-yard, a 20-yard, and a 23 and a 21. These chunk plays is missing assignments. There was a leader at one point in time that they ran the play wrong. I think it was in practice or something like that. And that leader punched that man in the face. True story. He coaches football now. Steve Kerr, who heard of that story? You know, come on. Who heard of that story? Let me know if I'm lying. But you know what really got me angry and upset? You know what really got me angry and upset? The first thing that I saw was this right here. Sports Day Cowboys states this right here. Did poor practice week contribute to the Dallas Cowboys' issues versus the Baltimore Ravens? I'm gonna let that sizzle a little bit. I'm a little upset if you don't notice. Turn me up just a little bit more. Turn it up a little bit more, yeah. Let me repeat this, por favor. Let me repeat this one more time. It states, did poor practice week contribute to Dallas Cowboys issues versus the Baltimore Ravens? What the hell are you talking about, poor practice? What do they mean about poor practice? How is this even possible? After how the Cowboys looked after the Saints game, somebody should be held accountable or set as an example. Do your job. So you mean to tell me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that we put in hours over here. And I'm not saying that I put in more hours than the damn players out there on the field. So you mean to tell me that after the Cowboys got mollywopped, drugged, and gnashing of teeth, that they had the audacity to go out there and to have a piss poor performance at practice? At practice! How is this even possible? You getting bad grades at school and mama and them is taking you for ice cream. Is letting you be late for the next following days in school. And when it's time for you to take the test again, you look up, you're 28-6. How is this even possible? I can't make this up. There would have been some furniture moving around here. There would have been burpees. There would have been a whole bunch of stuff. I would have got some sanction stuff going on with the NFL commission. How's this even possible?
Y'all killing me with this. I can't help 30 years. I'm a
Robert.
30 years of fucking real. Y'all trying to kill me. You killing me, man.
How is this possible?
This is not.
How is this even possible?
Cowboys season is over. But their season is over as Cowboys fans. Their season is over as Cowboys fans predicted their season to go. The reason is it's not even hyperbolic. The Cowboys have several fundamental flaws that I do not believe can be fixed. Number one, they can't stop the run. Number two, they can't run the ball. Number three, and this might be the most important one, their offense is not prolific enough to take a lead. Thus, they can't get the opposing offense away from running the ball. So if you can't stop the run, and your offense can't take a lead, thus you can't stop the opponent from the desire to run the ball, you got a problem. And that's really the dilemma with why the Cowboys season is over. There aren't enough free agents that you can sign right now to play defensive tackle, to stop the gaps that your defensive tackles are allowing. There aren't enough explosive running backs that you can acquire right now to have an explosive running game. I put it very simply. The Cowboys are like the model without makeup. They cannot cover up their blemishes.
The model without the makeup. Let me see what he gonna say at the end. Let me see what he said.
Their offense is not good enough to cover up the defensive blemishes, and their offense is not good enough to get the opponent away from running the ball, and their blemish is at the interior defensive line and at the linebacker position. They're the model without makeup, Chase Daniel. They can't cover up.
I've never heard.
She. Well, we better cut the lights off. We better cut that lights off on that model and get knee deep into this thing. Find out some attributes. Find out some things. Oh, yeah, we still got the curves. Pick up the phone, Jerry. Pick up the phone. This is what we need to do. Get knee deep into this thing. And go find some makeup. Jesse also reported. Offense, bad O-line, old West Coast scheme, bad running back room, no true secondary threat on the outside of 88. Defense only have 220 characters to use, and they are trash. That's a clever way to put this. Shoot. But at the end of the day, y'all, at the end of the day, we're gonna have to get some mascara, some blush, And we're going to have to make sure we turn them lights down just a little bit. Because at the end of the day, we're going to have to keep rolling with this, because this is the bed we decided to lay in with this particular model. If they're going to use that as an example, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to have to correct these issues. I know we're getting Bland back in the near future. I do know for sure that Kevontae Turpin, if I can find a little sliver of hope, I know for sure Kevontae Turpin showed us a little something, and the Cowboys got to stop being so picky. Use Kevontae Turpin. Jay Recruiter says, I'm one of the biggest Dak defenders. I did not like him smiling on the sideline. It's a bad and terrible look. I didn't see him smiling on the sideline, but sometimes you gotta laugh from keep from crying. And shoot, it's one of those moments right here. And if the Cowboys really want to get the thing going, we're gonna have to think bigger. Ain't that right? Let me hear my guy say it.
It's small. We need to be thinking big. You need to be thinking big. You need to be thinking big. Think big.
Kevontae Turpin need to be utilized more on his offense. Jake Ferguson, we give him a little slack over here because it was his first game back, but he need to be utilized more. Something with CeeDee Lamb, somebody gonna have to tell him, come here a little bit, man. We don't need for you to be pouting on the sidelines. I get it. You frustrated, but you can't be mad at nobody but yourself. Dak, at the end of the day, trust your weapons. Don't force it. Get your orders of operation together. But most importantly, the defense been the biggest smear on this particular team in the last 2 weeks. The defense. And I can't put a finger to it. But what the hell happened? And Hunter Luke, you need to get more shots at this. But what the hell happened on defense with Donovan Wilson in these last few days? CT says, Law, stop. Just be real. We don't have the personnel, whether we have Bland or Dalvin Cook, or not, let's be realistic. We had the same issues for years and still haven't resolved. If CD don't fumble that ball, do we win? Yes or no, CT? I'm just being real with you. And there's multiple other issues. I'm not blaming this all on CD, by the way. We have every ability to approach this differently. If the Cowboys are not playing political football, we got number 89 out there that's giving up freebies. It'll be a 10 to a 15-yard play, holding on number 89. Brevin Span Ford. He's not ready yet. So at some point, have Hunter out there. And Jake Ferguson and Luke Schoonmaker. 89 is a liability now. We got the personnel. We don't have the brains to put these things together. And somewhere out there in practice, we talking too much. Because if it was a piss poor practice, let that stuff be inside. This should never hit the public airways. We shouldn't even know that they're having a bad day right now or a bad week of practice. That should have been kept inside. Is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Schoon and Hunter way better blockers. Yes, Justin D. That's all I'm saying. I'm not beating you up, CT. I give it what you're saying. We got Cook, and we getting cooked. Shaking my head. Oh, my God. Overshawn was more lost than Micah. Yeah, shoot. This is his second true game that he was in. They played him week 1. They gave him a spoonful of reps week 2, and then they gave him a little or more reps this game. And he was forced back inside a little too much, and we've seen those inefficiencies all over the map when he was out there. But we have to quantify that. You had to understand that that's what you're gonna get.
I'm gonna be real, like I said, I really believe we're being tested.
Rex, so I'm trying to interpret the words. We have 11 guys, and we need them all to play together as a team. We're trying to be Superman. I have no idea. What are you seeing?
I'm seeing a team that I wonder what the hell they did all week. Were you surprised that Derrick Henry ran the ball as much as he did, and Lamar Jackson is a runner? Look, I get it. It could happen to anybody one week, but not back-to-back.
You know what I mean? There was no Superman. No, you had to stop Superman, and this is just an ass whipping. And this is 2 weeks in a row.
Yep.
And how about we do this? How about we take something away from a team? And here's what I'd much rather give up 500 yards passing in a game than give up 200 yards rushing, because that's when you know you get your ass kicked. Forget it. I'm just telling you. And to me,
I agree.
How about we put the bullseyes on our opponents instead of putting it on our guys? They're sitting, but they don't do anything. They're not creative enough. And to me, sometimes it's okay to put some run blitzes in against a team that's going to run it all damn day long.
I wonder if that's a rhetorical question we have on the screen.
Rex Ryan spitting, man. Or that's Rob. Rex or Rob. One of the Ryans. 2 weeks in a row. Got to figure out something, man. What is that saying? I'd rather be carried by 6 or tried by 12 or something like that. What is the saying? You got to pick your options here, man. What is the proper saying with that?
Green, let me tell you, brother.
Tell me something.
There is nothing in the world when you're taking another man's will like down the football field. To physically assault another man out there like that, the way that other teams are doing, coming into Jared's will and kicking these dudes out the club, there's nothing that feels better out here in life. I miss it so much.
I feel bad. I feel bad as a defender watching that, because to be in their shoes, to be a linebacker, and you feel helpless. You just feel helpless, like no one's getting off blocks.
Somebody got to judge by 12 than carried by 6. You got to pick your you got judge. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Huh? Is that what you rather? Shoot. Well, sure, we need to die. We need to die on this situation. You're gonna have to carry me. Hey, y'all, yeah. Riggs. Because of this. Wait a minute. Where am I at? Here you go. Where am I? Riggs, where you at? There you go. Yeah. Life gonna give you those choices too. Life gonna give you them choices. You know what it is. You know what the angle is. Yeah, you've been invited to a party. It's 10 o'clock. Yeah. Everybody getting a little woozy. It's 12 o'clock. Everybody getting a little woozy. You better start leaving up out of there. But man, it's become 2 and 3 o'clock. Yeah. And yeah, all of a sudden.
I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping.
You at the Diddy party and it's 3 o'clock. Yeah, something about to happen to you. Yeah, you should have been up out of there. Hey, man, shout out to you, Puff Daddy, man. Yeah, it was a great party. Hey, man, it's getting late, man. I gotta take the dog for a walk, man. You know, I gotta take the cat a bath. Yeah. You gotta get out there before 12. But some people wait around and stick around, and all of a sudden they wake up and they've been stuck up. That's just what it is. You got to plan to get out of it. Pause if necessary. But y'all know I'm telling the truth. Yeah, and the Cowboys waited around too long. And now they're scraping and scrambling and stuff like that. And you got Diddy all over you. You got to get up out of there.
Because the scheme's not working, and then your techniques are not working. And by the way, they're tougher than you too.
Here's the other thing, though, Danny. So, look, we can all see the Cowboys' defense stinks. I mean, I don't even know what else to say. They're just terrible. Maybe they can get that right. They'll figure it out. You saw some of the stuff on the sideline. You heard Micah after the game. But you were pointing out that both you and Tom Brady, and we all heard it because Brady was talking about it on TV, the mentality in that second half.
Yeah, I'm really confused.
I know I made somebody laugh. Somebody spitting out their cough. Oh, shit. It's funny because a little earlier today I was on Instagram. They got goddamn Ray J all in a suit and tie. Ray J was like, hey, I don't know nothing. None of this happened when I was Diddy. Ray J, you wasn't saying you hit it first. Ray J had a suit and a tie with a damn handkerchief and everything in there, man. Ray J got a whole suit on with glasses on it. Ray J like Frank Lucas. You know, y'all remember Frank Lucas when he put them glasses on? Ray J put them damn glasses on. He started snitching. Yeah, I'd never seen that activity with Puff Daddy. I just know that he have good parties. Come on, Ray J. Come on. True story. Oh my goodness, man. Ray J with the Frank Lucas glasses on. Rev said Ray J capping. Ray J got the full three-piece suit on. Ray J got the Steve Harvey suit on with the buttons all the way up to his neck. Talking about, hey, I didn't know that was going on.
The three-point game, all right? Let's bottom line the whole thing. Mm-hmm. It was a three-point game. It was 28-6 with about 10 minutes left in the game. And gosh, I'm hearing my former teammate Tom Brady talk about, like, I'm thinking it, he's saying it. We were both taught by the same guy and Bill Belichick, okay, we need one stop. We need one defensive stop. We need one score. We need one play on special team. Just the formula on how to win and to come back from a deficit like this, because there's so much time and there still is opportunity. But I look at CD Lamb and I look at Micah Parsons and I look at them all on the sideline and it's like it's over. The game was not over. The game was far from being over. Mm-hmm. And this is why I'm baffled, because I'm hearing Tom talk, but I hear the pictures and see these faces, and it's like they don't believe or know what he knows and know what all these we turn it back on. It's like, whoa, now we got to play, and it's almost too late. But it was so strange to me to see their faces and the mentality. It was all wrong.
The term you used to me was next play. They don't seem to understand the meaning of
They do not understand next play at all.
That's it.
Next play meaning, gee, just. It's a literal freaking term of next play. It doesn't matter what happened. It doesn't matter if Derrick Henry ran you over and embarrassed you one play. The next play is all that matters, and that's what isn't in Dallas. They are trying to win they're trying to win the Super Bowl on every single play, and that's not how championships are won.
I look at it this way. This is the thing. They need success early.
Man, Rex speaking and preaching. I talked to my brother today just to check on him, man. Did y'all check on Twin, by the way? And he ain't having it either for his 49ers. He is not having it, you know. And I said, y'all want to musical chairs, the coaches over here? Because he's fed up with Kyle Shanahan, right? And to a degree, I get it. They've been a little bit more successful than us, but their drought been since '94, right? And technically it could have been longer if Primetime didn't PI my guy Michael Irvin, but that's a whole nother conversation. He is going through it, man. Yes, they were without CMC and Debo, and they had little issues in here. But there are people literally giving excuses for the 49ers because without their pieces, and he was like, that's bull sugar. That's bull sugar. Because here's the thing. Stafford is without Puka. He's without a Cup. He's without 7 of his starting players too. So it's a full SHIT show over there too. And yes, the season is still young. We are both 1-2 right now. And yeah, Chris would say, yeah, I'll take Kyle Shanahan. I'll take Kyle for 100. I know we would like to see those things here. But the way is that the Cowboys, we're going to have to change this thing all the way around. Cowboys look like 11-6 or 10-7 team right now. That's now nowhere near 12-5. I feel you. Let's come together and beat the Giants. Yep.
When they have success early, I mean, this is a classic front runner team. It really is. And you hate to say it, but it's the facts. When you look at all of it statistically and everything else, it's facts. They start a game well, Cleveland. They can dominate you. This team is so talented that they can absolutely dominate you. But they need some like, hey,
good mojo.
Good mojo going and momentum.
They do. But you know what? When I talked to the Twin, even though they was up 14-0, he said even with his weapons and even with their starters, he feels as if though, believe it or not, Kyle Shanahan is a front runner team. That they got to play with the lead. And when they're getting things tight, and when it's a real close game, the 49ers overanalyze stuff themselves. So we may be looking at it from a different perspective, but it may not be as good as you guys think over there as well. That's just what he said.
Unfortunately for them, they're getting their brains kicked in early and they can't come back. Here's a crazy stat.
Go.
All right, good teams can run the football when the other team knows you're going to run it.
Right.
All right, and and good teams stop the run when they know you can run it. This team has done none of that. Last 2 games, they've been outrushed by 345. It's in the face. You better punch.
345 yards. Now, enough of beating up my boys right now. Enough of talking about X, Y, and Z things. I think we went over most of this stuff already. Pride come before the fall. We talk about how we can get this team better, and this is the consequences, right? All in, no free agency, relying on rookies, delay massive contracts. In any order you want to, you can put that into a box and ship it off over here. In any order you want to. And let me see if I'm gonna blow this up big so you guys can see it. Hold on right quick. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. So y'all can see it. Anyway, I'm gonna freeze for a second. I'm gonna unfreeze. Moore says, as a Cowboys fan, it's time for me to move on. Hope you do the same one day. Same, just different year. Same shit, just a different year. I'm not going to move on. I'm stuck with it. Like I say, you can have a tombstone and put me in it. Better make sure you put a star of it. Because, believe it or not, as old and as gray as Jerry Jones is, and he's very old, he's long in the tooth in life. What prides me and what gives me a bigger smile is that I know in the hearts of hearts, I've been rooting for this team before he bought this team. Right? I'd be dogged if someone takes my area or my land and my territory, and granted, with his ability to buy this team, etc., we did enjoy 3 Super Bowl rings. But there's nothing he can do to drive or wedge my love for my team away. Right? So I get it. I'm not finna run away. I'm like a tree planted by the water. And although we have these little statements and saying that we are rooted, I'm rooted. I don't know about the Cowboys, but I'm rooted into this situation. I'm gonna still be here. Believe it or not, nothing that the Ravens did made me want to root for them and want to be a fan of the Ravens, right? Nothing. Who's undefeated right now? Seattle Seahawks. Nothing that they are doing making me wanting to be a Seattle Seahawks fan or a Kansas City Chiefs fan or a Cincinnati Bengals fan or a Washington fan or a Philadelphia Eagles fan. I'm going to still fight for this team. Now, I'm going to call out things that I don't like. And yeah, if the potato salad is made and it got raisins in it, I'm going to talk about it. Right? And I've been saying this all offseason, that these are the things that we're going to have to make sure that we can take care of. Is our mindset and our mentality going forward. Do we like these raisins in the damn potato salad? No. And we let them know every time, hey, stop bringing this dish, man. Hey. And as delusional as it may be, I'm still pulling out the sword and I'm willing to fight. Shout out to you. I am awake. Are you? Appreciate you. And it's only been 3 weeks. It's only been 3 weeks. I see. I am awake. Are you? Now, before we open up these phone lines, I just got one thing to say. Who's old enough to remember around this time? Come on, baby. Who's old enough to remember around this time? Turn the music off just a little bit. That the Eagles was 3-0. Come on, who's old enough to remember that the Eagles were 3-0? And yeah, let Montisha remind them.
We looking great. Go Birds. Let's go Birds. E-L-D-S-E-S,
Eagles. Yes, indeed. And on top of that, I forgot to hit up my... This video is sponsored by SeatGeek with over 28... All right, so this video is brought to you by my bookies. Bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. 100% match up to $1,000. That's that thou wow. You know what I mean? Plus $10 casino chips. Now, when you use promo code LawNation, we are also going to be able to double your earnings with that. So be sure and be mindful to use promo code LawNation. On top of that, loyalty pays really well over here. They got a loyalty program with my bookies, whereas the longer you in with us, the higher you grab your tiers. It's like this. The more you play, the more you win. So that's a win-win deal with my bookies. Keep in mind, when you're all around my bookies, just use promo code LawNation and we'll take real good care of you, because this is the most wonderful time of the year. Football season. Let's get it.
Let's go, man! Let's go!
All right. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Thank you. Okay. And before that commercial break, my guy Action Power says Hope Law is loading up. No. we still gonna keep the faith over here. You know, that's just what I'm saying. And on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, it's only been 3 weeks. I know we 1-2. I love it. I love it when everybody count us out, man. I just love it because at the end of the day, you guys gonna say, man, call my phone, hit my the Dallas Cowboys, the one that we counted out, is now back on top of things when everything get going. Yeah. He said, Law, throw that Zim soundbite in the trash. Man, Zim is on a whole nother crazy level right now. He need to hold these boys accountable. He do. Come on with it. 657-390-7391. Let me repeat. 657-390-7391 is the hotline for your mind. Oh, I'm awake. You on the line? I am awake. Are you on the line? Let me talk to a winner over here, man. Eric, from the 206, man. How it feels to be undefeated, man. Y'all team undefeated over there?
Yes, sir. Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's going to get better.
Yeah.
It will definitely get better. I mean, it's good that the losses are coming now as opposed to later on, because later on it's when it's more important to get the wins.
Yeah. Yes, indeed, man. So, hey, if you still want to trade DK Metcalf, I got a slew of guys. I'll give you Brandon Cook straight up and Jalen Tolbert. I'll throw in as a I'll throw in Mozzie as a consolation prize. I give you all of them guys for DK Metcalf.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, what was the takeaway from yesterday?
The takeaway from yesterday is we saw some splashes from my guy Kevontae Turpin, and to a degree, Jake Ferguson. He's what I thought that he is. I think that with those two guys there, I think we need to start utilizing them a little bit more. And my other takeaway is the Cowboys need to have a mindset of who is going to be their running back, whether it's Zeke or Rico, right? And just start off with them two. Don't be just throwing Deuce Vaughn in there just to say, hey, man, I just wanted him to get his touches, because he ain't really a change of pace back by running him dead smack inside. Like, come on. Those are my biggest takeaways. Yeah. Or some of them. Yeah.
I tell you, especially the fourth quarter, they made it close. I mean,
yeah, we did.
They really had a chance at it.
Yeah, it was a heavy chance at it, man. But, it is what it is, Eric. Let me say this before I let you go, man. Congratulations to your team. Shout out to your defensive coordinator, and shout out to your team on how they just slowly getting things going and just finding ways to win. But what's your departing words before I let you go?
Okay, the departing words, y'all. How about them Cowboys?
How about him, man? Come on with it. Eric, he's a real good guy. He calls in. He follows and supports this channel. Been with this channel for many of years now, man. He's a diehard Seattle Seahawks fan, but he's a Law Nation supporter as well. And he kind of liked the Cowboys and these sorts of things. And shout out to him. The next person I got on the line is from the 863, the guy that said the famous words, Law. Look at this, Law, from the 863, man. Come on with it, man. And it's still happy belated birthday, man. I forgot to send that care package your way. But, man, still happy belated birthday, bro. Talk to me.
Yeah, it's all good, man. I know you're going to do it, bro. Hey, man, listen. This is kind of, first of all, how you doing? What's up, Cowboy Nation? And I hope y'all all right. But listen, this reminds me of 2019. Okay. What I mean by that when Jason Witten came out of retirement and said, hey, look, I believe this team can go all the way, we brought Jason back, and we ended up, 8 or won 9 games that year? And this kind of feels like the same thing. We just couldn't get it together.
8-8. Yeah. 2019. 8-8.
I'm normally the guy to say, hey, look, I'm looking at week 5, week 6 before I determine what this team is. But after seeing back-to-back blowouts like that, bro, it's like, what are we doing? All the noise that we heard, and we was happy about the practices and all, and Zimmer, oh my God, he holding guys accountable, and I just feel like this season gonna be different this year. Y'all are different this year. Y'all very much different than last year. You know what I'm saying? You are different, and it's just like, geez, man. I mean, the running situation. I'm a Zeke fan and all like that, and I still believe him or whatever. But it's like they're not using the running backs at all. Not like they should. It's almost like they just, okay, we tried to run play, it didn't work, now let's continue to throw. There's no way possible this man should have thrown over 50 times yesterday, bro. If you utilize the run the right way and open up the hole so they can run through and continue to pound that rock, it's like, I don't understand what Mike is doing.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it, man.
Hey, normally when you got your back against the wall, either you're going to fight or you're going to give in. No Diddy, you know what I'm saying? Either you're going to fight, you know what I'm saying, or you're going to give in. And that's the point on both of them. I think that both of these guys are coaching as if though they're folding instead of coaching as if though their back is against the wall. Maybe it haven't hit home yet, but the frustration is seeping out, and they are not grabbing a hold of this team. Yeah.
It's definitely seeping out. And it really seemed like with Derrick Henry, man, I mean, we all wanted him, but to see that people were saying that he's washed, he's in his eighth
they
season,
gone now.
And he's not. Man, that man put up 150 of them things yesterday, bro. It was like the Cowboys took a bath in all that oil that Diddy had at his house, and he just slid right through every tackle. Like they had oil on the gloves, oil on their forearms and their elbows, and he just slid right on through, bro. And I'm just saying, like, the last play, we still had a chance. Don't get me wrong. We still had a chance at the end. But to see Diggs is not 100%. And what they have done, if you haven't noticed, each year, every torn ACL has got an extension or a new contract. And when it's time for them to step up, they can't because they're not fully healthy. We definitely miss Gilly. We miss him. Now he's in the Vikings.
He's undefeated now,
he's undefeated, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I do know that if we just pull back our frustrations and we take away that 56-yard play, that other 30-yard play, and the other 28-yard play, those chunk plays, then we still have a fight in this, man. I think that there's miscommunication going, and there's no screaming Mike Zim on the edge there. He need to be yelling at these boys, and maybe they're not buying in, or maybe they're too scared to make mistakes, and then they make the mistake, right? Maybe it could be those things, man.
Yeah.
But,
it really makes me sick. And you know what I'm saying? For Dak, now we're seeing a more vocal Dak out of frustration than I ever have.
Yeah.
Telling people to get off the train, and, last week he said, we're not going undefeated. Ooh, I'm like, okay, step up and talk. Because, listen, guys, I'm going to say this, I'm done. This is the only quarterback that I've ever seen to have every important weapon taken away and say, go do more with less and you better win. And the fans buy into it, too.
Yeah.
Why is that? I don't understand that crap, bro.
Man, and then we got nearly $30 million just sitting on the shelf. You're just sitting there, just chilling
on the shelf right now.
And then they talk about
the Giants got a better record than us, bro.
Yeah. But check your Cash App, man, and enjoy that, man. At least you can go get you a ham sandwich and some French fries with that, man. But I just sent you, bro, or more. You can get more than that. You just double check, refresh. Let me know what you can go get with that. Yeah. I got you.
Hey, look. Y'all, what y'all don't know that's in the chat, he really did just send me a Cash App. I can go get me 2 bottles of baby oil, a piece of rope, and some duct tape. I'm going to have me some fun tonight.
Hey, appreciate you, man. You have a good one, man. Just make sure it's all consensual, man. Shout out to NDA, my brother. Y'all. Appreciate you, man. Salute.
Peace out, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah. You better sign that NDA.
Damn.
That boy talking about baby oil, ropes, and handcuffs, man. Good Lord. All right. I'm going to give my guy Darius the floor because he's next in line. And there have been a lot of people been giving Darius his flowers. And I'm going to make sure he have the floor to spit his mind to do this right here. Yeah. Where my guy at? Here he is.
Let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
And he's a local guy. He's right here in Dallas. So I can guarantee you he can let you know the temperaments and the temperature of everything. Darius, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by my bookies, man. Talk to me, man.
Well, I appreciate you so much. I'm glad you know that. I'm so glad that you're gonna let me have the flow and that you know that that I was right about a lot of stuff that I was saying. To be honest with you, I'm upset. Yeah. I wasn't going to call at first, right. But the reason why I am calling is because people gave me so much flack. When I was telling y'all, and I was seeing it in the chat, you got these little goofies like, these little jimmies like citing troops that want to send super chats. Talk about, oh, we're so tired of him saying the same thing. Next caller. Then we got these other little goofies over there talking about all he do is criticize. Now look at you.
Criticize.
Now look at you. The same shit that I've been saying all year happened. You can, bro, like my boy MJ say, you can go and get Billy Bob, Becky Sue, Jimmy Joe. You can go and get the whole All-Star team. It's not going to matter. You want to know why it's not going to matter?
Why?
Because Mike McCarthy sucks. Mike McCarthy, the team is soft because Mike McCarthy is soft. The team is unprepared because Mike McCarthy is unprepared. The team is undisciplined because Mike McCarthy is undisciplined. The team has no identity because Mike McCarthy wants to put Dak Prescott in the freaking West Coast offense. Did you see that New Orleans offense scheme that they had? Yeah. That's the scheme that Dak Prescott should be in. That's the scheme that he will thrive in. And I don't know.
That's the West Coast 2.0. You see, Mike McCarthy got the older version of that version. Yeah. He got the archaic version of West Coast. Yeah.
Once upon a time, Mike McCarthy was a great head coach. Once upon a time, Mike McCarthy, he was very creative, and he was coming up with all these new schemes, and he had all the energy in the world and all the fire. Fam, that's 30,000 years ago. He's not that, fam. He's not that no more. He sucks. So I want y'all to understand that.
But before we go down this, Darius, I know it's doom and gloom. Right now. Can he turn this around? Is it a possibility that we are pretty much, because it's only been 3 games. Can we turn this around, though? Because at the end of the day, teams, they get paid a S-ton of money. And I think that the Saints been figured out to a degree, right? Because the Eagles didn't look like they did everything against the Eagles. And the Eagles, the previous 2 weeks were averaging or allowing 6.9 yards per rush. And they made their adjustments, and the Saints couldn't even get 2 to 3 yards per rush against the Eagles. So is it a situation that particular offense could be figured out?
It can be figured out, for sure. And you see.
That's my last hope, Darius. You know, I'm gonna hold on. I'm holding on, man.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I'm holding on, though. I know it's hilarious, but man, hey, this thing can still be. We gotta let this process finish out.
I got you. I got 2 more points.
Yep.
The last 2 points that I have is. I'm 3 steps ahead of Cowboy Nation. At some point, y'all got to listen to what I'm saying.
Okay, go ahead. What's that?
Last year, as soon as Mike McCarthy got them cheeks blasted in the playoffs versus the Packers, I said I want Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh wasn't even on the market yet.
Yeah.
I said I wanted Jim Harbaugh. I said if we get Jim Harbaugh, I will say right now we're going to the Super Bowl. Yeah. You talk about J.K. Dobbins. No, it's not about J.K. Dobbins. It's about Jim Harbaugh. Mm-hmm. He has the philosophy to implement J.K. Dobbins to look like freaking Reggie Bush at USC.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to implement that the proper way. Now, this is my last point.
Mm-hmm.
This is my last point. You gave Dan Quinn so much. You gave Dan Quinn more heat than you gave Mike Nolan. When Mike Nolan put this team in the freaking dumpster, literally took this team in the freaking dumpster. You gave so much heat to Dan Quinn. Your boy Mike Nolan, not Mike Nolan. Your boy Mike Zimmer.
Right.
Yeah, I get it's his first two. I like Mike. Mike, I got a lot of love for you. I understand. I like you, Mike. But this is a conversation between me and Law. Law know the type of foolishness that he did when it came to Dan Quinn. Now, if he gonna give Dan Quinn all that heat, I'm gonna need some heat for Mike Zimmer, because you blame that whole season on Dan Quinn, the sabotage man.
Dan Quinn, the sabotage man.
He did this. Well, the boy Mike Zimmer, the boy Mike Zimmer getting them cheeks blasted. Big dog.
Wait a minute, hold on, man.
Blasted.
Wait a minute.
I like when you like this, Daddy.
But hold on now.
Scrambling and scraping, big dog.
Scrambling and scraping. But it's still too soon. It's still too soon. Because we got literally Carson's out there who was a 6th or 7th round draft pick. Granted, I'm not using him as the finite reason that we are losing these games, but he's having literally problems with contain, and he's had problems with coverage. He get blown. That 56 yard this week, it was another 60-some yard last week. So, and that's all on 21. I'm to the point that somebody need to go snatch 21 off him, right? And look, what's the hell? He can't be. Look, Izzy can't be that damn bad. I would at least throw Izzy out there and let's see what he can do. At least he's more seasonal, you know what I'm saying? And he got a little length and a little range to him, and something to do with Dono. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe it's a political football affair, but they need to do some type of adjustments. But I will say this, though, bro, and you're right. My guy Zim is looking like cheeks right now. But Dan Quinn, do they play tonight? Do the Washington team play tonight? Who the Washington team? Who they play?
Yeah, when I went to,
let me see.
They play. Who they play? I forgot who they play. They play.
Let me see. Let me go. I'm gonna pull it up right now.
They play Cincinnati Bengals.
Cincinnati Bengals. So they better win. They better win. They better. The Washington team better win tonight. That's all I will say. And if I see some of those things that them using the damn safety as linebackers getting blown all over the field, I'm gonna say, hey Darius, hey, that's just what it is now, But I get it. Right now, it's time to rain on Mike Zim. He shouldn't get longitudes and latitudes of excuses from me. He should be talked about, but it's still too soon.
Contain the damn ball.
Yeah,
What? You played that? You burnt that button out. You burned it out. What's going on? Get your up there, contain the damn ball.
But I can go into more and more details, but I'm not finna do it now. It's too soon. But I appreciate you, Darius. I let you have the flow, man. You won. Sure, you won. It ain't time to shoot the BB gun yet. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't finna eat tomato sauce, as they used to say growing up. But appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in. You got any more words before I let you go?
No, I just appreciate you. Regardless of how much I gave you, I still love you. I still appreciate you. Thank you.
No doubt, man. But here's the thing, and I'm old enough to remember this word right here. The race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the mighty. It's to he that endures to the end. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong with this. It's only been three weeks. It's only been 3 weeks. And it's not time to crown anybody. And on top of that, I get it. Let me bring in a coach right here, man. Coach Marv. Now, I know Coach Marv's stance on Mike McCarthy in preparation and preparing and things like that. We need to get better in these situations. But let's hear it from Coach Marv of what's going on with this organization. Coach Marv from the 803, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by my bookies. Talk to me.
What's going on, Law? How you doing, brother?
Hey, man, I'm doing great. Can't complain.
Hey, Darius, hey, you couldn't have said it better. And Law, I understand, I've been a Cowboy fan a long time.
Yep. Before I was born. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I understand where you come from, Cowboy Nation.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that. But if it ain't built right, you just hoping.
Yeah.
And this team has some what we call fatal flaws. What's happening is what I told you, and I want to say like I was told there is I told you when you start having this is the reason why no lame duck coach has ever won being in the NFL.
Yeah.
And probably in no sport, basically. Once you run into any type of adversity, first you start having finger pointing, then you start having people sit at the podium throwing each other on the bus. This is the normal routine, and more adversity is going to even get worse. It's going to get even worse because self-preservation is coming in. I understand what we got on Quinn, but we got to understand Quinn had some bad games, but he had some very good games with this team too. We didn't have a consistent basis, and I'm not getting on them. I'm just telling you that Quinn was ready to get out of Dallas because he couldn't run the framework of the mentality of the team. That's the head coach.
Mm-hmm.
And to get ready to be a run stopping team or get ready to be as you heard what my man said, the guy was on it when you play that test, you got to be able to run the ball.
Right.
You got to be able to stop the run. Well, you got to practice that way. You can't talk about it. And we talked about it. I'm gonna ask you this, Law. You was at training camp.
Mm-hmm.
And we did reports on training camp after doing this. Did we hear any day that they had a definite physical practice where they dedicated working on the run game, and they said it was a bloodbath out there while they were working on the run game?
Bro, they put disappearance tape and they hid Zeke the entirety of training camp. Remember, he was off to the side working individually by himself, and this was a training camp. Whereas everybody was saying that, hey, we got to see what Rico can do. We're looking to utilize Deuce as a wide receiver, and Royce Freeman was out there, and he was looking like, hey, this could be a guy that can deliver some more power to it, and then Malik Davis. So it was that type of training camp, and what we saw most of the time was Nate Davis. Pete would come in a few times, but it was never about, hey, this run game. All they talked about is that Zeke, he looks slimmer, right? And that's the only thing we can go off of what he did the previous year.
Yeah. He's a guy that you got to. But it's not even a point to have no philosophy of trying to run. And I want to point this out, Law.
Talk to me.
You said, well, don't you always say a man is convinced? Mm-hmm. You only convinced of whatever how you said that. I know what the
a man convinced against his own will is of the same opinion still. Yeah.
Okay, let me give you this, and this is going to put it out here. We killed Kellen Moore, right?
Right.
But as time has gone upon, as I whispered when we were talking about Kellen Moore, doing the Kellen Moore regime here, I said Mike McCarthy has to have some, have to have some, I'm with Kellen on certain things.
Right.
But as we have left, we have seen that he's just like Kellen Moore. This offense really hasn't changed nothing. When we have in routes, when we hit guys on the run, this offense works. We still run a lot of butt hooks. We still run a lot of stop pilots.
Facts.
We still run. We won't run outside. The running game just runs the ball up the middle. So that means he must have been somewhat of Kellen Moore. And then I want to say this: we always talk about the ownership. And the Joneses are the reason why this team is soft, and McCarthy can't put his thing on or give it discipline to the team or this and that. If we thought he was against Kellen and he turned out to be like Kellen, he's still in the same mindset of Jones. And they didn't have to convince him to do that.
No doubt, Coach Mark. Yeah, and I'm gonna expound upon that. Yeah, go ahead.
It's clear and evident, and when you hear things like what Michael Irvin said about the last week about not getting in the hotel, then you allow your team to have bad practices this week, and I guarantee you made the hotel thing again voluntary. What you expect the kids to do when the parents are just saying do what you want.
No doubt, Coach Marv. I'm definitely expound upon that. I appreciate you for calling in, Coach. Thank you.
All right, bro.
Good call from Coach Marv, man. Here's my thoughts, and this is my statement on Kellen Moore, the boy wonder. I said this, and I'm going to say this again. He's a brilliant mind, smart guy, very, 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 very intellectual guy, even when you talk to him. The problem is that after week 5 and week 6, the tendencies people will be able to pick up on those things. I'm quite sure that, there's nobody really beating on the table for Kellen Moore to be back in this situation. Sometimes you can be in a system that you in long enough that you know it like your backhand, and it works better for you because you are known to that particular system. Now, Mike McCarthy, to a degree, yes, he's archaic. I don't think that he's a guy. I don't think that he's a guy that move his weight around, to bang on the table to make things happen. I think that he was looking for a job, and the last time he called plays was in 2018, right? And then last year when he called the plays, it took him literally about 6 or 7 weeks. Now, some of the things that we do know for sure, that he said that it will be 70%. We're going to keep 70% of Kellen Moore's system, and we only going to implement 30. Who remember that, right? So this year, I thought for sure that you will teeter that number down and be a 60-40 split or a 50-50 split. But here's the problem. You go into this offseason, this particular year, without your CD Lamb and without a phenomenal running back. It's just what it is. We went with the approach with running back by committee, and everybody pretty much, as far as the coaching staff, gave Rico Didal the green light to be your RB1. Your RB2 technically is Deuce Vaughn, and your RB3 is Zeke, because that was the order of operation against this team. Look, the first drive that we got a chance to score on, guess who was in the backfield? 15. I think that they need to get out of this race or whatever they got against Zeke. I know he may not be explosive. I know that he may not be the guy that can go in between the splits and give you all of those yards that he used to get in 2016. But I'm trying to keep 4 comfortable to a degree where we can throw this ball around the field. And if your offensive line is giving up pressure, right? I've seen, and when we're going to pull up the tape, that Rico got tossed asunder, right? And Dak had no lane to throw in this game. And we've seen it 2 weeks in a row. But one thing I can tell you about Zeke, and when he's in that backfield, he's going to be able to stand in that gaps and block. Even with that cantankerous head, he will get in the way. And Dak can go through his progressions and make that throw. All we need is for him to have 2 or 3 seconds. 3 seconds is a long time. But that's what I'm trying to say. We went to bed with this running back thing. And if the Cowboys were smart and wise, if they don't want to spend the money, I get all of that. This team will be more physical if they just go and pick up this phone and say, hey, this is what they should do. Not saying they will do. They should pick up that damn phone and call Royce Freeman back and elevate Dalvin Cook and have this particular running back by committee. Zeke, Royce, and Dalvin Cook, let them 3 be your back. You got power. That would be the Walmart special there, because they refused to make a trade for a nice running back, right? That would be the best option in my opinion. I like Rico. I'm not saying bench him and all of this stuff, but let him come in as every now and then guy. But he is not a starting tailback in the National Football League. He's not. What team would he start on? If you had 31 other teams right now, what team would Rico start on? What team would he split with? That's all I'm saying. And I get the love affair for Rico. Come on with it. Rico vision is shot. And I get it. Jonathan G said Dotto is better than Zeke, but he don't protect the quarterback better, and he don't stand in the gaps to block better. That's all I'm saying. But, man, y'all keep canning Zeke or what have you. I get all of that. I get it. The last impression of Zeke when he had 21, they put him at center. But the problem, Freeman got signed already. Who to sign Freeman? They need to release the Freeman and put him out here. I got my guy from the VIP lounge, man. Shout out to you, my dog, VIP. You live.
Lord!
Law.
What's good?
Law. Let me tell you what I saw, Law. I mean, I know a lot of us, we got these misperception glasses on. And shout out to Darius. I don't even show Slurpees love, but shout out to Darius. I'm going to show him love because he's hitting on something like Big Mike. This is why we didn't re-sign Big Mike, because Big Jerry saw something that we didn't see. Big Mike, he lacks swag, bro. Right. And when I say he lacks swag, he lacks swag in every sense of the word, meaning he doesn't have no swag to his game calling. There's no swag to his walk. So I'm watching Dak and CD go at it. Right. I'm watching 90 and 11 go at it. And I'm like, damn, where the hell is the coach to step in?
Right. 94 had it. The rookie had to step in.
The rookie stepped up.
94 had to jump in there, man.
like that. But that shows what? That shows lack of leadership from the top.
Yeah.
And Big Mike, excuse me, I'm gonna start calling home Mike, man. He ain't no Big Mike no more, bro. He lost that big. So Mike.
Grow his beard back.
But I think his fear factor is Jerry. So he playing and he's walking in fear, not in faith.
Yeah.
So when you're walking in fear, not in faith, your game calling is to me, his game calling and his game planning is where he's really lacking. It's bigger than just him not adjusting, because I saw something with and I thought I was falling in love with them, but I saw them overloading the left side. And usually our linebackers will slide over if they, football heads, we know. If they overload the strong side or the weak side, your linebackers should adjust, meaning they should slide over. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah. You can make your adjustments that way, yeah.
Go look at that tape Go look at the tape from yesterday. And I'm saying to my son, and this is with the naked eye, like, yo, we are making they overloaded. Look, they overloaded the right, but they ran left, meaning they had the numbers games on us. So they had 5 blockers to our 4 defenders. But go look at the tapes, V.
No doubt, man. In closing, because I got.
All right, I'm gonna land the plane, man. Let me land this plane, because you know me, Law. Usually it takes me 2 to 3 days to get over an L.
Right.
But Law, I really don't be calling for somebody's head in the middle of the season. Law, I think Big Mike got to go, bro. I'm dead ass, and I don't really like. I love me some Kyle. I bleed this, but to me, the temperature has to change in the room. In order to change the temperature in the room, we can't fire Jerry.
No.
So what else is left?
Yeah, sometimes you gotta have a little fire to you, man. And both of these coaches, Mike and Mike, both of these guys are not coaching the way we want to with fire and brimstone. They're letting the kids run, letting the prisoners run the asylum. You know what I'm saying? And we need to get somebody to ring them in and get these guys going. We talked to Wanye. He said, yeah, behind closed doors, Mike Zim getting at them and all of this stuff. But are you going to do anything? And I got a message on that. But I appreciate you for calling in, VIP.
Oh, but you already know it's still how about them Cowboys. I ain't a killer, but don't push me, B.
No doubt, man. This is what I really want to bring home, and this is like one of the things, whereas it's the reason why when you go into a school district, right, and just speaking on some things like this, that the principal is the highest paid staffer, right, or the highest paid person on that particular staff, especially if it's public school. Everybody's salary is public or what have you. And it's the reason why, because the authority of leadership is got to be exhibited. The assistant principal can't make more than the principal. And that's a principle to it, because the psychology of it is, if Mike Zim telling you to get your over there, you know what I'm saying? Get your
up there, contain the damn ball.
Like, Hero, man, you don't have a contract for 2025. My contract super exceed yours. You can't tell me what to do. You can't fire me. You can't pimp me. I'm a pimp myself. You know what I'm saying? Who remember that song? So the same weight could be carried over to your head coach, Mike McCarthy. It's like he can say a few things, he can raise his voice a little bit, but these players be like, yeah, but your contract, according to your contract, dog, you're not here for 2025. I am. And you have no authority. You have no authority to fire me or bench me, because I can go back to the source. You know, I can travel to and fro on where I need to go. You have no power over me. Can you imagine that? Police pull you over and you already know the mayor, you already know the AD, you already know everybody. You're like, yeah, give me the ticket. Okay, cool. Thank you. Have a great day, officer. You go straight, and this from small cities. I hope I'm not outspeaking my wisdom teeth. Go ahead and pull that ticket for me, man. Yeah, man, that officer don't know who I am. Come on with it. Come on. You can't pimp me. I'm a pimp myself. Ain't that Pastor Troy? So that's just what it is. You got, and that's what I believe, that these players are finessing the damn coach. It's like, okay, cool. I'm here for a check. Look, yeah, you can say all you want, but Hero, you won't be here next year. I am. Come on, man. Yeah. So that's just how it goes, man. So that's why you got to have that order in on the situation. I got my guy $100,000 with the plan. What's good with you, dog? Talk to me, man.
That's not what it is, Law.
What it is, man? Talk to me. Mm-hmm.
That's not what it is, brother. What it is when you got an owner and you got Stephen Jones.
Yeah.
Not spending no money to get good players in here. Not wanting to move draft picks to get good players in there, because according to Mike Fisher, 2025, they want to save all the money for then, and then they want to spend some money. That's what they want to do. So that's why they didn't move anybody. That's why they didn't do anything. This is a lame duck year. If y'all can make it shake, go ahead. But if not, hey, man, this year, basically, y'all might as well should have forfeited all the games, because they don't care about this year. That's why they ain't going to get Derrick Henry, because they ain't want to spend no money. They don't want to move. But here's my thing. Mike Fisher, if you know that, Mike Fisher, why are you blaming Dak? Why are you mad at what Dak said? This is why I don't like these reporters, man. Like, if you going to report. And the only reason why I'm saying this on your show, Law, is because Mike Fisher won't let me say it on his.
Oh.
That's the only reason why. I don't mean to disrespect your show, Law.
No, you good. You good. Mike Fisher, I got his number right here. But let me ask you this, though, 100. Let me say this, 100, though. 100. Let me say this. Why in the hell would they pay Dak if they don't like Dak? If that's the case, or they don't want him, why did they pay him? Why did they pay that man $250 million? Talk to me, man.
It's not that they don't want Dak.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that they don't want Dak.
Okay.
They need good pieces, but everybody else is gone.
Right.
Everybody else is gone. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and they want these rookies to get experience and all that, so they can come in. Well, these rookies got good experience and they're going to step up next year. Come on, man. If you get a new quarterback in here, Lord, it's really the reset button.
Right.
They don't want to really reset like that. So they don't want to reset at the quarterback position like that. And they need a CeeDee Lamb, and they need these rookies to step up, and that's what this year is for. So it's like, hey, man, if we win, great, but we really don't care. Because why else would you not go get a Dalvin Cook? Why wouldn't you do that? They didn't even pick up the phone because they didn't want to spend the money that they got for 2025. They got $30 million for 2025. You talking about you couldn't get Derrick Henry? Stop it. You talking about you couldn't get a corner? You couldn't go out and get a big guy to put in the middle instead of relying on Mozzie?
Well,
and getting all these guys for $2 million and $1 million.
they got a 35-year-old and another 30-year-old, Jordan Davis, not Jordan Phillips. I wish it was Jordan Davis. Jordan Phillips and
how much money they getting paid? How much money they getting paid?
Oh my God!
How much money they getting paid?
Shoot, less than 5, I guarantee. Yeah, you're right.
You're
right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Speaking
So
some facts.
everybody, don't blame Dak Prescott. Don't blame Mike McCarthy. How the hell is Mike McCarthy supposed to do his job? How the hell is him supposed to do his job? And you ain't trying your best to bring in premium players.
Do you think that they are too? Why they can't bang on the damn table? If they got their backs against the wall, why they just don't show them and say, "Hey, it don't mean anything"? You gonna go down with the ship without fighting?
No, they can bang on the table all they want. Jerry and Steven still gonna say no. If I work for you, I could bang on the table all day long. Yeah. But if you say no, you say no.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
You're right. See
what I'm saying? So it's not that they not banging on the table. It's not that they not showing fire. And here's the thing with y'all, man. If a player show fire and brimstone on the sideline, y'all get mad. If a player don't show fire and brimstone on the sideline, y'all say he don't care. Make up your mind.
Okay, snap. So you like do you like the frustrations? I like the frustration what my guy Micah did, but I didn't like the frustration to a degree with CD Lamb.
I like it for CD too.
Why?
I like it for CD too. You want to know why?
Come on.
You want to know why? Because it works both ways, Law. Number one, I'm getting triple teamed. Why ain't none of y'all other wide receivers stepping up? And two, I'm getting triple teamed. Can you put me in a slot? Can you do something else? Move me around.
But you know what? You know what they need to do? The Cowboys need to damn with this. They give us the sounds of the sidelines when we win. I just need to hear that mug.
Me too, but they're not going to do that, Lord. That's not on brand. Think about Jerry's brand,
Give it to me. Give it to me. Give me when we lose. I need to hear what he had to say because it's different. It's different if he was saying that I'm open or if he's frustrated in himself. I can only speculate that he was mad on the sideline and if he's mad at himself or he's absolutely mad at the coach or he's mad at Dak or something. I need to have that sound on the sideline, bro. They need to put a paywall behind it. I pay some money just to hear it. Come on, Jerry. That's a money opportunity. Come on.
They not gonna do that. But we gotta stop putting the thing on the players and hold the owners to the fire, man. And that starts with Mike Fisher. You got the ability to talk to Jerry. Why ain't you saying, hey Jerry, why don't you just talk some real stuff, you know what I mean? Ask these real questions instead of getting on Dak because he told the fans, hey, man, stop. And I heard all the venomous on Dak Prescott, but where's this venomous on Jerry Jones, Mike Fisher, on your show? That really pissed me off this morning. You got all this venom towards the players on your show, Mike Fisher, but you ain't got none of this towards Jerry. And I don't want to hear, I have venomous towards Jerry, not like the way that you have when a player messes up. When a player messes up, you got the opportunity to do something, you going crazy on your show, but you don't do it for Jerry. Stop it, man.
So the only way I can get my message out is I'm gonna talk to Clarence. I'm gonna let Clarence know that, damn it, all offseason, you was defending the Jones to the high heavens. He said, don't worry about the law. They're going to get this deal done. They do it all the way. And he was defending them. You know what I'm saying? And even when I came and addressed my concerns, he was defending the Joneses. And now, all of a sudden, Clarence done flipped it on me. And now he said, hey, it's going to be a Dave Campo year because they didn't pay them early. I said, Clarence, you little sly devil, you. So I tell you what, 100 grand, the next time I talk to my guy Clarence, I'm going to make sure that if he can get that word out to Jerry, because I know he will say it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't going to hold back punches. Right. But I need for Clarence to make sure that he understood that he was carrying a lot of water. He was carrying a lot of water this offseason. And now all of a sudden he flipping it around. Now he flipping it around and saying, yeah, man, the pieces. We got O-line that's terrible. We got run game that's non-existent. I said, damn, the reason why we got all of that non-existent is because they didn't pay the guys early. But, man, look, I can't wait to talk to Clarence. Yeah.
You had a whole hour that you spoke with Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
And you know what you come out with? when
What?
Jerry Jones was cursing and all that. That's what you come out with, but you
Yeah.
don't come out with Jerry. Why you ain't go get Dalvin? Jerry, why
Well,
we got $30
Dalvin.
million?
Yeah.
Why I'm not? You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Why we got $30 million and we ain't spending no money? Like
Yeah.
if you say that you a reporter, report. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Say, and that's what Mike Fisher. I've been a Cowboys reporter for over 35 years. You ask the real questions. You ain't asking the real questions.
Yeah.
You ain't asking the real questions. Ask them why they got $30 million and they not spending it. And we all know because they blowing it up. Why you blowing it up and why you ain't put that in the media? We're blowing it up. You know what I'm saying?
Instead of all
why
in.
You ain't say why you ain't say all in meant this year. Oh well, if all in means this year and you're blowing it up next year, what does that mean? How are you going to do that? These are questions that should have been asked, not the softball questions, so you can keep your press pass. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, yo, and again, Lord, I don't mean to hijack your show talking about another content creator. You feel what I'm saying? I don't mean to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know your peoples and all that, you know. But listen, man, I don't, and I'm not saying that I know you. You know what I mean? You know, I don't mean to no harm. You know how we rock, bro.
Right.
You know, but man, it just pisses me off. You know,
no doubt,
that
man.
if you're a reporter, ask the real questions. That's why they don't want content creators to have that access, because you gonna ask those questions, Law.
No
you
doubt,
gonna
man.
ask those questions,
Hey,
and they don't want you.
They don't
to
want
ask
that,
those
man.
questions.
But I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you so much for calling in 100 grand. Thank you, dog.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, bro. You already know how we rock.
No doubt, man. It's good to vent, and it's good, you know, to have different opinions and also to hear things and move it a certain way. All right, so we're gonna let the next caller on from the oh my God, man. He called in earlier, and I gave him a little slack here, and he's pretty much. Let me see if I can pull this up, though, y'all. Y'all bear with me, man. Y'all bear with me. I'm gonna pull this up, and this hero, he's almost right on par with everything. My guy, not boss with the B, but boss with the V, like the water. You know what I'm saying? My
up,
guy,
brother?
man,
How
what's
you doing?
good? What's good with you, man?
Same old, man. Headed your way. I'm headed out to Texas. I'm in Arizona right now.
Oh, Arizona. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm passing through right now.
So do
man,
you remember?
told
Do you remember your record that you had? What we would have by the bye week? What you said we would be? What you said we would be?
2-5.
2-5. Sheesh.
Now I was wrong about, like I said, you were right about Cleveland. I was wrong about Cleveland. I figured the South was going to be a lot better players going into his last year, but they didn't have their boys.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's Chubb. Chubb wasn't able to go, so that changes things.
Okay.
But like I said, I told you I'm vested in Cowboys. Like I got family that played for them. I played in the old stadium. You know, I was a Pop Warner player. I'm a California kid, high school football player, and then I went to Villanova. And like looking at the team, understanding, having, like I said, a little bit of inside, scoop on that, I feel just like the brother was saying, Jerry is all in. And you look at the team is exactly the same team it was last year. It really wasn't. What changes did we make? We got the same team. We got a few coaches. We got, 2, 3, I think 3 coaches that got changed. A couple position coaches are different. We got MD coordinators different.
Right.
And then as far as defense, we lost Gilmore, but we were supposed to have Bland, which is a big loss with him being down.
Right.
And then we added Kendricks, which was a good move because he's a bigger linebacker than what we had. So it's but at the end of the day, the nucleus of the team is still the same. So when you look at the dynamics of the team, that's what I was talking about. The dynamics of our team, it's not, and I agree with you, Dak is not the problem per se.
Okay.
Dak, the only issue with Dak has always been big light games. Always. Even back when he was at State. It was a big, when he played Alabama, eyeballs big as silver dollars when he was playing Alabama. He was lighting everybody up.
He beat LSU though, but keep going.
He did, but LSU even then back then LSU still kept their tails whooped by USC. Come on, man.
We got to give him his flowers though. But keep going, keep cooking. Keep cooking.
I love Dak though. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
As a regular, I love him. I take him over Tony Romo any day of the week. I'll tell you that.
But here's the thing though. The dynamics of that conversation changed though. Because he's now paid. So we were having a conversation as if though.
Hold on.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think as a placeholder.
Yeah.
A placeholder. Look at the best teams that has been successful for the past decade or decade and a half. Those teams have always drafted a really good quarterback, high drafted quarterback, and then sat him behind a decent, if not somewhat sub-caliber, almost on the verge of maybe being that guy quarterback. That's what Dak is. He's got almost on the verge of being that. Dak is 2 playoff games away from being the guy we're like, oh yeah, he's that guy. Really, that's really what it boils down to. If he gets to an NFC championship, he's gonna be considered the best quarterback we've had in 30 years, by far. It's not even gonna be close.
No doubt.
So if you add that equation, it goes back to what I said though. Right now we're gonna probably end up being just a little bit above 500 football team.
Where we at now though? Where we at now? Let's speed it all the way up.
Right now we're
so we 1-2 right now. Giants, do we win or do we lose?
We win that game.
So that's our 2 and now we 2-2.
It's gonna be a tough game.
A tough game.
But we win that game.
Steelers, do we win them?
We lose. Did you watch the Steelers yesterday?
Yeah. That damn coach over there, Tomlin, I like him, man, and they got some good defense. So hell yeah. So we 2-3.
They're starting to look like the kid they drafted.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Lions,
it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
So that if that happened, dog, you were literally had us right where you said us 2-5 heading into.
Yeah, and then you got Frisco, and they're going to get those players back. McCarthy will be back. D will be back.
Yeah, everybody will be healthy that time. Everybody will be healthy, full of Voss water and everything, vitamin water too. You know what I mean? So we'll be 2-6 at that time, right? Because we lose to the. So who getting fired first? Who getting fired? The offensive court, the offensive court? No, the offensive coach. I guess I can't say coordinator. But Mike McCarthy or Mike Zim?
What are you gonna fire him for?
Huh?
I honestly think that I would, if I was Jerry, I'd fire Zim and bring up Al Harris. Let Al Harris take over. I think the guys would respect him. I think he would get the guys to play for him.
So you fire Mike Zim, and you give Al Harris the job.
Yep.
As a quote unquote like what the Raiders did last year, I believe. For that coach over there, I've got the name of his name, but yeah.
Baltimore did the same thing. They fired the D2 and brought up the linebacker coach. I think he was the linebacker coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
But I think the only reason I don't see it, I don't see them fire Mike McCarthy because he's had 3 good seasons. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, yeah, the players are acting funny and all this, and it's like you said, I agree. Like they're gonna. They got their money. They got their contract. So it's like, dude, I don't have to listen to you. I get it. But at the same time, like I said, Dak is a placeholder. McCarthy is a placeholder. Dak is a placeholder because if they do what I think you're going to do, Michael Parsons, all the Rat and the Raven and all that, he's a nice piece to dangle in front of them top 3 teams that's going to be drafted. That's why they ain't signed him. It only makes sense. Why wouldn't you not sign him? I would have signed him cheap right now. You sign him cheap. You can get it for cheap right now. Why would you wait to make it? I mean, he'll be the highest paid, but you're talking almost $30 million more if you wait till next season or the season after to pay to actually sign him. So it only makes sense that he's a trade piece.
Boss, man, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, that is a great thought, man. I got to get out of here by 1:00, but I will say this, man. If that happens, 2-5 by the time we get to the San Fran game and these sorts of things, I say, dog, just give me the lottery numbers next time, bro. But I appreciate you calling in, man. Give me the lottery numbers, man. I would love to have the lottery numbers and have money on my side so I can be in the damn suites and stuff, and maybe I can bump into Jerry.
I'll be right there with you, man. Hope if you hit. if you do hit, you invite me.
I got you, man. Appreciate you, boss, man. Appreciate you, man.
All right.
Good call.
How about them Cowboys?
How about him, man? It seemed like he got a lot of energy in his voice for being right. I'll be mad as all get out if I'm right with that 2-5. But let's go with this, man. Look, I'm gonna try to get to everybody, man.
The conference
it's not
has been
guaranteed. It's 12:33. We got things to do. Just let y'all know. Lauren's birthday is tomorrow, so we got to plan her birthday trip, and we'll be going out of town. So I may not be doing the final word tomorrow. I got to celebrate my little one. That's my love. So the schedule for this week is going to be altered a little bit, and especially we have an earlier game this week on Thursday, which is going to throw off the schedule as well. So I got a lot of things that I got to do today, but I appreciate y'all so much, man. But we're going to put the 1-minute clock on. Uninterrupted, y'all. Well, maybe interrupted just in case what y'all say, but I'm gonna try to get to everybody that's in here, man. You got 1 minute, and I'm gonna leave y'all my remarks and all of that stuff. But from the 832, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me. Got the dogs in the back. We need them on the field yesterday. 832. Rapid fire, man. I got Mike, man, from the 484. You're live. Talk to me, man.
What up, Law? All right,
much.
I got 60 seconds, so I'm going to use my 60 seconds wisely. I'm gonna hold firm to my thoughts on the running game being all about scheme and the lack thereof. CD needs to put his big boy pants on and understand that if he's being triple covered, someone else is open, as we saw yesterday with 3 touchdowns. The defense needs to pick up their panties and actually understand what it means to fill their gaps. I'm not into firing people, because that's their livelihood.
Right.
These guys do this for a living. I have faith, but they just gotta do a better job. They know what they gotta do. And whatever happened to stealing plays, people do that shit all the time. What makes you think we can't? That's my time. You have yourself a wonderful day, Law.
No doubt, man. Great call, man. Yeah, Mike, they definitely going to have to steal plays. All of these Mikes, man. As long as he wasn't Mike McCarthy calling like, hey, man, don't be advocating for me to lose my job now. I got James, man. What's good, man? You're live from my home. Skillet, man. What's good, bro?
What's up, Law?
What's good?
I'm like you, Law. I'm rooted in with this team. I'm down with this team to the end no matter what. But I wish everybody would stop panicking. Like you said, it's week 3. Calm down.
Right.
Calm down. We got a new defensive coordinator. Dan Quinn took some of the players off the D-line. Hanging gone, whatever. He got Flowers. He got Armstrong. You got a rookie DN coming in. It's going to take a little time for them to learn. And it's not Mike Zimmerman's fault. If you watch the game like I watch it, they just not playing assignment ball. Like they right there where the plays at, but they not making the plays.
Right.
So you can't blame Zimmerman.
Yep, 17 missed tackles, man. That's a lot of missed tackles, bro. And giving up a 56 and a 30-yard plays, man. Those are alcohol in the eyes. And I'm talking about rubbing alcohol.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just don't give us stop panicking. We got after the bye week being panicking.
No doubt, James. Man, appreciate you for calling in, Chief. And salute to the 601s, man. Yes, indeed, man. Jacktown, man. Jake the Great, man. You're live on the Nation, man. Talk to me.
Lord, what's up, man? I'm all the way in the back of the line, man. Jake the Great.
Appreciate you, bro.
Hey, man, I just want to say, man, happy birthday to your little one. Happy birthday, Lauren. And I just want to say, Lord, a metaphor. Are you familiar with the story of the Emperor's New Clothes?
No, man. Break that story down, man, if you can.
I know I got 1 minute, but this emperor, you know what I'm saying, he's rich and famous. He done bought new clothes that done tricked him. But really, he thought he had new clothes on, but he's walking around here butt naked. But nobody can tell him nothing because he's the emperor. Where Jerry Jones, I believe, is that emperor. And he's walking around butt naked, not bathing, and can't nobody tell him nothing. Not only that, he brings us the coaching staff of the unsullied. And that's how things are going right now. Every coach that they bring, it doesn't matter if we get hardball, whatever, they will be unsullied. Whatever they used to be over there, they're going to come here and they're going to be a shell of themselves. Jerry Jones has created this atmosphere where you can't even say nothing to nobody. Before my clock tick out, Michael Parsons, you're too little. You are not a real DN. You are a linebacker. And you should only deserve to rush the passer on third down.
No doubt, man.
Listen,
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Jake, man. Good call from you, man. You know, all the good ones be here the 62nd time, man. Good shout out to my guy, man. 5'10", you win, man. Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Hey, Law, man. Shout out to the channel, man. I have two questions and hopefully a little bit of a comment on the back end. In history, when you have a DC and an OC that's on a one-year deal, in history, what is the statistics on those going to the playoffs and even further into the championship?
I know it's not a good one. You know, it's very, very much so difficult when you do it that way. Yeah.
Okay, and then my follow-up question for that is, typically a defensive coordinator need about 3 years to enforce and instill that he's trying to perfect with the defense. Is that correct?
Typically 3 years, yeah. Typically 3
years. Mm-hmm. So for me, I'll just kind of sum it up as this, man. I heard one caller say that they felt like that our head coach was sincere. I just think personally they just really don't care. You know, I mean, when you are banging on the table for certain things and you don't get it, we got to understand we look at it emotional as fans, but this is a business.
Yeah.
And from a business standpoint, you know what I'm saying, it's like, hey, I'm just going to, like on some odd jobs, I'm just going to go to work, punch in, but you may not necessarily be all vested in, but you're going to show up just to do the job. So me personally, I just think, you know what I'm saying, on both of those sides, man, you're not signing me up for a long deal. Yes, these guys know that they're going to be here potentially longer than me, so why should I be fully invested if I know that my time is short? So that's just kind of the way I see it. But, hey, time will tell.
No doubt, man. Good call from him, from the 5'10". It goes back to that theory that I had, ladies and gentlemen. Good call from him about the temp work, right? We all had temp jobs who trying to find jobs, and you can see the temp worker who working a temp job that they watching other folks, man. They're getting the 40 hours a week, and all you getting is 32 hours. You're not getting medicals, you're not getting dentals, but you just got the temp job. And they call you in when they need you, but when you need them, they don't call you. So your allegiance is there like, do you go to that temp job or do you take that damn interview, right? And the temp job can say, hey, man, down the line, we promise you, man, when the budget and everything get right, we will hire you. But you got another hire that's down the street that you got to interview for. What y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do? Are you gonna put the suit on, button up, and go to the temp job, or you gonna go to that interview? Self-preservation is a real thing. And when you break that down, these guys are married, they got squeezes, they got kids, they got all of these things. And what they're trying to do, ladies and gentlemen, is they themselves getting these questions. Will you be here next year? Will we be in this school district? Will you be able to take the kids to school? Would you be able to live in this district? Will you be able to live over here in this house? Should we buy this house? That's a lot of pressure opposed to someone that I know is any given year with these particular coaching staff. That's why they get paid 6 figures or 7-figure salary. You know what I'm saying? But nobody, don't matter how much money you make, whether it's 6 figure or 7 figures, and some all the way up to the 8 figures, but it don't matter. Everybody want to know where they're going to lay their head at for the foreseeable future. Nobody want to be a nomad coaching this team. All right, I got Mario, man, from the 615. You're live. Talk to me.
What's up, Law, man?
Not much.
I just wanted to say, man, that I think the good thing that's going to come out of what that came out of what CD did showing up back is I think the offense unlocked right now.
Right.
But the bad news is the defense, man. I think we just don't draft smart players, man. Because you look at the film, they all attacking inside. All Lamar had to do was fake, and they going inside. Michael Parsons, he takes the inside every time when he's supposed to take containment. And I think they following his lead because he's trying to get paid. And so he wants some numbers because their contract coming up next year. But I don't think you pay a player who don't make a difference like that. I used to think he was a $30, $40 million player, but our defense wouldn't look like this if we just had Miles Garrett and nobody else, or Aaron Donald and nobody else. So I don't think he as generational as everybody make him out to be. I think he's just a fast, talented linebacker, and we just overhyped him because he's in Dallas.
No doubt, man. My thing is, bro, before I let you go, I just say this, man.
Well, I ain't crapping on him. I still love Parsons, though.
No. Why was Parsons drafted here?
Because we needed a linebacker.
Why did he play? Why did he go play edge rusher? Because
D-Law got hurt.
Right. So what we call in life is.
But that was the curse.
That was the curse. But what we call in life, if you're going to take something, right? All we're saying is replenish what you take. You know.
So you're saying put a linebacker instead of.
No.
Keep him at edge.
Well, the thing is, we replace something, but we never replenish. We never put back something that we took. So we needed a linebacker, and it ended up that we had got drafted a specialized weapon that a lot of people didn't know that he had these capabilities, right? That he can play off the edge and he can go hook the sideline. The dude is phenomenal. But linebacker play is that just because you are great or good at a certain spot doesn't mean that you belong there. Meaning that the Cowboys. Yeah, go ahead.
That's why I say that they are the defense is following his lead. If me and you and everyone else can see that, listen, you're not as good at edge as you would be at being a weapon. So the fact that you constantly just want to play edge means that you chasing money. So if defense see that, they're like, we gonna play selfish just because you playing selfish. You should be just on the edge.
No doubt.
You see what I'm saying? It's rubbing off on them.
Yeah, I get what you said, Mario, but hey, let's go, man. Appreciate you, though, bro.
10-4.
Yeah. It's Mario, man, not Luigi. But I would say this, Cowboy. I would say this right here, ladies and gentlemen. My whole thing was, even with the running back game situation, we took Tony Pollard. That's okay. We took away Ezekiel Elliott. I get that last year. But we needed to replace those 12 touchdowns. Remember, it's okay to replenish, but make sure you replace that production. It's okay that they moved on from Amari Cooper a couple years ago, but make sure you replace. They replenished it with less than. And that's the finite problem with the Cowboys. Every year we breaking down things without replenishing or replacing the production. It's okay that Tyron Smith is gone. Make sure you have a finite plan that, hey, if you're going to get rid of the left tackle, make sure you replace him or replenish him with something of equal value. Right? And that's where the issues is with the Cowboys. It's okay for us to go through this entire. Let me say this, man, and this is what really makes me angry and upset. Every time we talk about this, it's okay to go out there and use a 4th-round draft pick for Trey Lance. But make sure it is your business that you're going to spend $5.5 million, that you make sure that you capitalize on that money. $5.5 million is a starting spot in this world on the Cowboys team. But we got $5.5 million sitting on the sideline, not even activated, holding the damn clipboard. He's getting paid $5.5 million to hold the clipboard. We went through the entirety of the preseason evaluating that. And that's been our problem. And now we're supposed to beat the Browns. We're supposed to beat the Saints. We're supposed to beat the Ravens. We're supposed to beat the Giants. None of those teams spent $5.5 million to see what they got out of a third-string quarterback that's going to be not activated. Don't y'all give it where we're going with this? But if that get hurt, Well, if you're going to do that, if you was going to go through this season, why hold all of our feet to the fire? And if you're going to spend $250 million anyhow on Dak Prescott, what was the whole point is what I'm trying to say. Could somebody explain that to me? $5.5 million. I'm old enough to remember. The Eagles, I'm going to give y'all some more coins. They went and got a DeAndre Swift last year, and they paid $5 million for him. That's a starting kind of caliber of running back, you know. So we spending $5.5 million, and me and Trey Lance got the same stat line for the 2024 season. Me and Ice Cold Cowboy and Christopher J and Edwin and everybody that's listening, we all got the same stat line. We just don't have the money. Should give me $5.5 million. Woo! Boy, we be shooting this show from the moon. All right. Let me go with the 254. You're live with 60 seconds. Give it to us.
Hello, Law. I just want to say that I think what we as fans didn't understand is that last year when Jerry said all in, he was basically telling McCarthy he's done with him. And that's why he didn't buy any free agents or anything. I think he's trying to save that money for our next coach. Also, lastly, the defensive players, a lot of them were under Dan Quinn, played a lot of hero ball, and they were very undisciplined. And a lot of them are still here, which is why we see what we see. That's all I got. Thank you.
Man, no doubt. Ooh, good call from 254. And that's what makes me angry a little bit about this whole situation. Like I get it, man, doom and gloom, but Cowboys Mike, man, the other Mike, man, from New York, man, come on with it, man. Oh, I guess you the New York game. Mike, man, you live, man.
Yo, Law, remember when we hired Zimmerman, I told you, man, that I felt they should have went with Rex Ryan, and you laughed.
Yeah, I did, man.
I think Zimmerman's system is outdated, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not, man, bro. He just lining up players and just rushing.
Here's my only rebuttal to that. Rex Ryan's system is not an easy one. Remember, it's a variation of Mike Nolan, right? So you're going to have players that really can pick up this scheme if Rex Ryan come at to be in the coach. It's going to be very exotic looks. It's very casino blitzes. It's a very, very aggressive type of defense. But, yeah, you're right. It would have took 2-3 years for that defense to really tap in. But keep going. Yeah, go ahead.
No, listen, Thursday's a divisional game, right?
Right.
Now, who to say that we're going to win? Because it's in the player's head. Their mental is messed up, man.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? Anytime there's a negative play happen, they're going to think about, and here we go again. Man, listen, they need to get rid of him and Mike McCarthy, man, and just bring in a more reliable coach, man, and just start from there, man, because everything's going to keep snowballing, bro.
No doubt, man. Good call for you, Mike. Good call. Man, Mike on fire with that, you know. I hate to just slide in words of this like this, but a double-minded man is wicked in all thy ways, right? And no one mix new wine with old wine, because the old wine and the new wine in the sack of the skin is going to burst. It don't mix. Oil and water don't mix. And if the Cowboys had their minds not all the way in on Mike McCarthy, right? And they started, give me the reason why they fired all of his people. Like, what was the reason why firing Joe Philbin? What was the reason why taking away the man that gave him all of the counsel? I forgot his name. I think it was Wells or somebody. It was the brother that helped him out last year. What was the reason to make that all chaotic and say, we still want to keep you? Why add in Mike Solari, who he never damn worked with? Why now Jeff Blasco is his guy, but he ain't the doggone Skip Peets of the world who absolutely knows how to coach run game people, right? We got Jeff Blasco. I think Mosley, T-Jack, and Dre Maddock that's in the chat got more experience than a Jeff Blasco, you know? Like, what is he bringing to the table? So the Cowboys got a lot of confusion going on within the confines of their coaching staff. Is all I'm saying, too. I got from the 5, I got MJ, man. Dog, you've been waiting here for the 206. You're live on the mix. Talk to us, MJ.
What up, man?
I just want to say real quick that the coaching staff right now is coaching bad. Got the players in the wrong position. 11 should be playing linebacker. You should have kept them on D tackles, like I told y'all, but y'all don't want to listen. Y'all want the old heads. Number 21 is playing 2-4 back. He's going to get torched this week by that giant receiver. If he play out, that giant receiver, Neighbors, going to have 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And we're going to be behind again. And McCarthy, horrible coaching, ain't playing the right schemes. That's why Darius was telling the truth. McCarthy. If he start out like this week, the Giants is gonna be embarrassing. Hey, that guy said 2-5. Shit, it might be 1-6.
Hey, then all here is gonna roll, man. Thank you so much for calling in, man. Yeah.
Thank you, fam.
Good call from a man. Yeah, I got a super chat from JCK. Hey, Law, what do you think about the trade for DeAndre Hopkins? The Titans are 0-3, 4th or 5th defense still fear him. He is a true outside receiver. I got a chance to talk to someone because DeAndre Hopkins works out here in Dallas. And he himself wanted to come here in Dallas, and they was talking to me about some insider information just between us, now between everybody in the world. He said, hey, they just never called him. I think that Hopkins would have, and I'm not beating up Cooks. I like Cooks for what he does or what have you, but hey, God made him 5'9.5", 210 pounds, maybe. Maybe that's who Jerry Jones was talking about with hand size and all of the other measurables. But it goes to show you that, ladies and gentlemen, that the Cowboys, they focus on the wrong things. In Mike McCarthy's system, he never had an outside wide receiver of that stature. And outside of what's the other guy that was here for a cup of coffee, had the green eyes and everything, y'all let me know. But Mike McCarthy normally have those taller type of targets, wide receivers. But it is what it is. I got A. Lou from the 304, man. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Hey, what's good, Law? Hey, look, man, we just gotta buckle down and just take time to understand what's really going on. Everybody's everybody's in uproar, as we should be. Like, that was a terrible output. But the offense, of course, Mike McCarthy's offense doesn't get started until the 4th or 5th game of the season. So we're coming up on that. Mm-hmm. Any new D coordinator is going to take at least 5 to 6 games. They didn't play in the preseason. Yeah. So we're going to look like, we're going to look sloppy as hell. Mm-hmm. It's a base defense. We're very vanilla right now. We're vanilla on offense and defense. I also think that we found something with Turpin. I think they're going to start giving Turpin more run, which actually Brandon Cooks is. He's another. Turpin and Brandon Cooks are pretty much the same player. That's a younger that mold.
Yeah, in that mold.
Fast switch. So I could see them doing that. And Jalen Brooks, I think Flournoy. This is his time this week, or next week it'll be his time. But I honestly don't believe we're going to come in and we're going to beat the Giants. I think the Giants might run over us, and it's going to be another shit show.
Man.
What we put out there on the field right now, you can't stop nobody. Your deep tackle's getting pushed 5 yards off the line. Your linebackers won't come up and hit. Your safeties won't come up and hit. Your corners are scared. It don't look good, but just give it a little bit of time. You need at least 5 to 6 games to see exactly where you're at.
No.
Because the teams that look good now don't look good at the end of the season. They've already peaked.
No doubt.
So just be patient, Cowboys fans.
No doubt, A-Lou, man. I always bring in the words of wisdom, man. Appreciate you so much, man. And you have a good one, bro. Appreciate you.
You too, big guy.
Good call from a man. Good call from everybody, man.
Goodbye.
Man, we had over 30 people on the lines, man. Hope all is well with y'all. To blame me then. Blame me. Blame me for all of these things. If I left out your super chat, Lord Dover, shout out to you. I apologize the other day. I was rewatching some of the feed, and I saw where you said, "Hey, Law, you left me out, man. You left me out, man. You let me out, man." So, man, I apologize, man, but I appreciate your support, man. It was Riggs, man. It was Riggs. But Cowboy Nation, Let's Stand Tall or Not at All. These type of episodes are necessary. Go back, watch the tape. If we offended anyone, charge it to our heads, not our hearts. The Cowboys are 1-2. We're not in the grave. Somebody can say 1 foot in, 1 foot out, but it's still September, man. So if you can just get 2-2 out of this day and just look forward to October and look forward to November and December, everything will work its way out. In the words of Bill Parcells, you will know everything about this team on Turkey Day. I take that to the bank, man. So who did we lose to last year in the playoffs? You know, who did we lose to? Riggs, who we lose to in the playoffs, man? Can somebody put down their record, by the way? Not saying that you got to crawl yourself back into the playoff, because I'm going to always find some type of silver lining in this type of situation. Yeah. Birdie says she deleted the game. Come on with it. Yeah, Green Bay, what was their record, man? They got hot. You know what I'm saying? Toward the end of it all, you know. So sometimes it's about when you get hot. And the only Super Bowl that Mike McCarthy ever won, he had to crawl himself into that playoff. So that's just what it was. When they were 15-1, they couldn't bust a grape, right? Let me know if I'm lying. So sometimes it's just not how you start, it's how you finish. And you got to make sure that you finish on the up and up. Write these words down if possible. If there's one thing a man should always do, is mainly to himself stay true. Never allow someone to change your point of view unless what they bring or mean makes sense to you. Never judge a man by sight alone, nor by the height he has grown. And when speaking, keep it at a moderate tone, because raised voices only turn those hearts into stone. You see, in the beginning, it was brother, I'll ride with brother, roll with brother. The morals of life, live, love, and respect for another. Then there are those, there are those who are try to be smart. They would take the decent man to alter his heart to seek to rip him apart. Those mans you should never call a friend, because they bend the lies around the truth until they meet their end. Cowboy Nation, a couple of years back, I believe it was the year of 2019, the Cowboys started off 3-0. Glory, as you guys would say, the Cowboys are on their way. They 3-0. Come on, here come the mighty Cowboys. Oh man, they undefeated. Come on, pay Dak, pay Tupac, get them up out of the grave. Come on, baby, we 3-0. We them boys. And the season didn't end the way it should. The season, the Cowboys didn't even make the playoffs. So I would tell y'all, regardless of whether or not y'all like me or not, like I said, and shout out to you, my guy, Scott, I see when you said, on the super chat, that these are not the Pentecostal Cowboys. But this word, do make haste to the situation. The race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the mighty. It's to he that endured to the end. And I'm not trying to preach to y'all, but what I'm saying is the reason why the turtle beats the hare. It's the reason why the turtle wins the race. Why, Lord? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Come on. Shout out to MJ. Michael Jackson, by the way. The reason why is the turtle, he outlives the rabbit. Yeah. See, a turtle average lifespan is 75 to 100 years. That rabbit is only 3 to 4 years, if it's lucky. So don't worry about where you at in September. Just keep stacking these things together. I'm quite sure we're going to tie in and tie up that Carson giving up 56 yards, giving up 30 yards and stuff like that. I don't know what his overall PFF grades is, but it can't be great. Come on. So keep fighting, keep pushing, and keep getting your mind together, Cowboy Nation. It's literally us against the world. It's literally standing tall or not at all. It's literally us fighting all the way through until the end. Cowboy Nation, that's all the time that we have on this moment. That's all the time that we have in this reality or in this dimension. Let's continue to grind and shine. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Come on with it. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Sure, shout out to you. Are you a turtle? Come on with it. Let's run it up, man. That boy said glory. That boy got that glory out, didn't he? Roll those credits for your boy. Come on. Glory.
Ticket to a meal lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check a song. Lately, I just wanna run
Chris 214, Ledbetter Luke, appreciate you. JD is J Recruit. Scott Simpson. Is it Lalito Moore? Come on with it. Come on with it. Charge it to the game. Don't you give up and quit.
Still the same, not switching sides, now it's got loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it.
Mathematically, we're not out of it, baby.
Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check a song. Lately, I just wanna.
If we offended anyone, charge it to the beard, not our hearts. Shout out to my bookies for being the presenting sponsor of this episode. Be sure to check out my bookies. All of the information is in the chat area. And hey, if you know how to bet really well, over or under, you win. It's like you the bookie. Even when you win, you win. Even when you lose, you win. Come on with it. Come on. Until next time, DC for life. And if you don't like Law Nation, yo, Randall Cobb, appreciate y'all. Yo, Randall Cobb and them, you know, that was his shortest wide receiver.
They have all the assets and resources that we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.